Good morning, everybody. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie, and this is Saturday's Solutions. We come together here to look for solutions, not talk about the problems. We want to talk about the solutions to the problems. We're riding this wave of energy that has come in with the divine feminine. So, we've been riding this energy for a while, but I don't know if you're feeling the energy change. Anyway, I'm being very silly, but yet very serious too. Let me get my cards all set up and I'll bring you down to my table. We'll see you shortly. Hi, everybody. We're back. Here you are. We're at the table. Well, you were just gone a couple seconds. I had to lay the cards out. That took a little bit of focus, concentration, and yeah, here we are anyway. To start us out, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. And I thank you so much for being here. First, I want to welcome and thank my new subscribers. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to have you here. I hope you enjoy all the craziness in this channel and me and the messages that come through. The endeavor here is to bring lightness and some joy and maybe some total silliness, but there's also some seriousness going on, like this reading we're getting ready to do today. I have a little bit of housekeeping. I want to thank Lori from The Way of Positive Change. Thank you so much. I was so excited and honored and happy to have you as my guest on my live stream on Tuesday. So I just want to say you're always welcome here. Come hang out with us. We'll drink some coffee and discuss a few things that maybe, you're not hearing anywhere else. What do you say? And on that note, let's get started with this reading. What do you say? Okay. We have a pentagram here, but it has two sides that are additional that have been added. The main part of the reading is right here. It is all focused on the earth and the healing of Gaia and the people and living things on and around her. Gotta heal her. Can't heal ourselves until we heal her. Down here we have, in this position, we have, speaking of her, the earth. This is the earth position because we have the 5 elements here. Earth. This one is fire. This one is water. Oops, sorry. This one is air, because I whacked the earth. And this one up here is a message from Spirit. That is from the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Our air position is the Good Tarot. Over here, we have the Water Oracle for the water position. Down here, for the fire position, we have the, what's this deck called? Look her up, girlfriend. And of course, it's not what I think it is. There it is, the Energy and Spirit Oracle deck. And here, the very last deck that we have is the Herbology Astrology deck for Gaia and the earth. Our 2 little wings out here on the side. This one is from Spirit for self-care, what to do to take care of yourself this week. And here's a final little message from the creatures that share our space with us. The ones we love, maybe the ones we don't love so much, but the creatures that share our space. So let's get started now that we're way into this. Okay. We start here, because I'm not reaching for that spot. We start here with the earth and the herbology deck. Tell me what I need to know. This is by Alana Isles. Oh, beautiful. We get the rose. hearts, the dove, everything, clasped hands. This card, Gaia is telling us about love. And even though the rose may have thorns that will make you bleed, the change and the transformation when it goes from the rose bud to up here to the flower, and as the flower dies, the petals drop and wither, it leaves the healthy hip, the rose hip that is full of vitamin C. She is saying, I provide everything for you that you need to love your body, to love your mind, and to love your spirit. This card is about union, bliss, unconditional love, merging with the other, oneness, nourishment, and purity. And it is ruled by Venus, of course, the lovers, and the moon. She is reminding us that through love, all things heal. Even the parts of change that make you bleed out the things you do not want to let go of. Wow, okay. Fire, what have you got to tell us today? Kind of important, I would say. We're being told to connect to our ancestors because they are standing and waiting for us in the end, in this ending of the cycle that they created for us. What we did with it was up to us. They just started the momentum. You have every kind of person illustrated in this card. This card is also saying, during this time of political unrest and strife, no matter where you are in the world, it is extremely important that you understand the historical basis behind a lot of it that you are not aware of. Your passions burn. That's your purpose. And the way you keep those passions burning with the fire of commitment is to connect with your ancestors. It's for us to connect with our ancestors. Because they love us unconditionally. Wow, that's a short little synopsis of these two, right? What is water telling us as we go up in from the foundation level is on love and the people from the past. That's our foundation. As we move into the flow level, water and air, see what the water is telling us. Well, if I can pick the card up, we get, interesting. Considering tomorrow is the day of harvest, the celebration day of harvest, llamas. We got the spring card. Lots of symbolism in this card. Wow. And she's coming up out of the water, newly reborn and ready to nourish and flow with peace and calm. See the dove? This is a 4 card as well. Bear with me a moment. As I'm looking at this card, I see a lot of symbolism. I mean, it's kind of strange. Not really, but I mean, these cards, this particular deck each card is so loaded with symbolism, it can be a little overwhelming at times. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm digressing. This card, being a 31 card, you add the 3 and the 1, you get a 4. This card is warning you and telling us about the divine masculine. The divine masculine is taking its new place in our transitions. And that is a place of logic and stability. It is asking you, now that you have been in the flow for a while, you know what it has cleansed and what it has released. You know what, in the cloak that you wear, how it has polished you. You notice how it makes your light shine. So rise up out of the water. It will remain your cloak. But understand, as you're standing in the water, you are still very much a part of the flow. You are a part of all of the symbolism of spring and the harvest, everything that goes with it. Let's take a peek and see what the details of the book say for this card. First of all, this card is from a group in this deck called Waters of the Earth. And it is suit number 6. The message is, after the long dark night, there is always a rebirth. However much time you have endured traversing the shadows, rest assured you will find daylight again. We don't need to go into all these symbols and what they mean. That says it all. Don't you? I feel like I've been in like 10 years of darkness and everything that's gone on around us and to us. It will be nice to feel that cleansed away so that rebirth comes. With the harvest comes the feeding of the souls, feeding of the body, and the nourishment of everything, all the plans and dreams and preparations that came with the spring. So water is telling us, be prepared, get ready for the harvest. It's coming with the water. Stand up, rise up, and stand for the light that shines through you. Now we have the air card. Got a water card for the air card. In this deck, water is the same as the cups. So we have basically the 10 of cups. Cups are all about our emotions. They're about love. And we got the laughing Buddha. And it's very appropriate for this card. He's pointing out to us that no matter what steps you take to get to this end, to stand and be a part of this flow, see, he's sitting in it. Kind of shallow for him, but he's sitting in it. Maybe that's what's making him laugh. It's tickling him. Anyway, the only things in this whole picture that are other than blue, shades of blue or gray, are the 2 lotuses. Well, 3 lotuses. There's a little guy right there. 2. And they are there to tell us and remind us that out of the muck and the mire of the bottom of the water and out into the air, blossoming from the flow, which might feel kind of stagnant where they grow, they thrive on that stagnant water. And they reach up for the air. The lotuses do. And Buddha's laughing because that is where he was born. Interesting. So, our foundation, we have our basic foundation is unconditional love of all things. It will inspire us with its beauty. It will feed us with its nourishment and guide us through love. This is the rose. Over here we have the ancestors card. We know about this love as our foundation because these people are the ones who taught it to us. The fires of their passions are a part of our passions because they have such an effect on our lives. They are a part of our DNA, our ancestors, and a part of our past. They are our memories, and they are a part of what you see and feel now, today. But never ever underestimate the amount of love that comes from this kind of fire, this kind of passion. This comes from historical connections and purpose. Strong foundation in the reading this week. As we're reaching up, going into harvest, being grateful and thankful for Lammas and the spring and all the water and rain that has come to help us have a bountiful and abundant life and harvest for the winter that allows the light and guidance of the divine to come in. And in this card, it represents the divine masculine. She is rising up to the divine masculine. They're going to balance in this card. And as we flow over into the air, we see Buddha laughing as his birthplace comes up out of the mire of the water, at the end of the stuff in the bottom of the pond, to bring him up forward his birthplace, the lotus. The lotus reaches into the air, and it has to have exactly the right conditions, or it just makes lily pads. Won't make that beautiful bloom so that Buddha can be reborn in your life, my life, and in the universe. Wow. Up here, under the wand, we have our message from Spirit. As I am finishing up our elements here, Spirit is giving us the page of coins. I want to point out to you all of the red and green and blue in this picture. Only things in gold are the mother and the coins. And the one dog must be the girl dog, wouldn't you say, divine feminine? Only thing in blue is the child's stroller. And possibly the shirt of the woman, of the person. I guess that's a man. Behind the child, the boy, the dog walker. This deck is powerful and poignant in what it is telling us. I'm looking for the trickster in this card. I don't see it there. Some of these cards have a little sprite-like energy connected to it that can bring about an unexpected result. But I don't see that guy in this picture. This card is about being trustworthy, consistent, resourceful, being so that you can prosper, so you're dedicated. It's how to start. You want to know what your purpose is? Start. Just start. Being enterprising, being capable, and being efficient. As I told you, pay attention to the red and the green in this boy. He is green. His green top expresses his link to nature, and his red rucksack denotes the backpack. The red denotes his confidence. He walks 4 desperate dogs that seem content together, showing that the boy's steady influence. In one hand, he holds their different colored leaves, while his other hand is closed around a payment, and he smiles at someone offering him more coins. He stands upon his yellow brick road. This person is very capable. He's very practical. Spirit is saying this is a time to emotionally and spiritually focus on abundance and your dreams. Especially right now, you need to do the work to make the energy capable of bringing to you everything you're dreaming of here. See how big this person's hand is in comparison? Holds a lot more coins that is willing to be given. This is the abundance that is there for us, waiting to be manifested and placed in our hands. It's just a matter of doing the work and believing that it is 100% possible. Nothing is impossible because you exist. You're possible. So thank you very much, Spirit, for that message. Wow, that was very, very powerful. So I would like to introduce you. We don't have a name for her yet, but I'd like to introduce you to the channel mascot. She is a no drama llama. And as you can tell, she dresses very conservatively, right down to her silver shoes. What do you have to tell us for self-care, my dear? We need a name for her. I'm going to put a poll in on my community page. Please vote for the name that you like the best. Our self-care card is pleasure. Whoa. Okay. Do the things that pleasure you. When's the last time you truly focused on what pleasures you? Not just what you like, what totally brings you pleasure. Put this card right there. There's a 4 card. So it's about divine masculine one more time. Interesting. Just like this card. The divine masculine, it's about logic and stability. Find your pleasure. It'll help stabilize your emotions. Yes. Whoa. I went to look it up in the book and turned right to it. Your mantra is, I am worthy of pleasure. If you've suffered a loss, the best way to heal from it is to be grateful for it. I know that sounds backwards, but that loss happened to teach you something about what you gave up. Pay attention to that. You're worthy of being filled with pleasure and doing the things that you enjoy to do. What kind of pleasure do you want to call into your life? Our bodies are magnificent temples of joy, bliss and ecstasy waiting for exploration. Most of us have an upbringing filled with limiting perspectives about how we can experience pleasure and what kind is appropriate. As we begin to break free from the constructive perspectives, we can re-explore our bodies and all our senses to find new and more profound experiences of pleasure. You can also ask your senses, what are they craving? What does your nose want to smell? What does your skin want to feel? What do your eyes want to see? And what does your mouth want to taste? What do your ears want to hear? Pleasure has unlimited forms, and you can call it in whatever form you desire. This is how you will take care of yourself. This is healing. Find your pleasure, find your joy, and exploit the crap out of it. Because you're worthy of it. Don't ever doubt your worthiness. You are special and unique. You are loved. This whole reading is about unconditional love, how to grow it with abundance, and how it is manifested through the laws of attraction. It is first in understanding the love of yourself, knowing that you're worthy of pleasure because your ancestors created you the way you are so that you could create this life. So as you're thinking about the things that bring you joy, bliss, and pleasure, remember those people. It was through their joy, their bliss, and their pleasure that you even take a breath of the beautiful cleansing air that the lotus blooms, the unconditional wisdom and love of the Buddha. Out of the muck and mire of the water. Wow. Okay. This has been a really cool reading. What do you have to tell us, little Purity Bunny and little Ammonite? I'm sorry, Ammonite. The truth is, you're far more capable than you feel. No matter what happens, I know in our politics there's a lot of fear going on around me. You feel it. I know it because you have it too. I have it. You gotta quit it. May seem like we're reaching for unicorn dreams in the cloud, but you know what? In the main of that unicorn is the phoenix in rebirth, and we are fully, far more capable of manifesting the love and the abundance that we desire in our joy, pleasure, and bliss. I thank you all for being here. If you like this reading and you decide you would like to come back for more, I would be so excited and honored if you would subscribe. And if you liked it and you're not quite sure you want to subscribe, at least will you please give me a like. Hit that like button. Smash it hard if you really liked what I had to say. And if you're a regular here, thanks for coming back. I love you. You're my friend, family, and I know you do what I tell you every week. Make kindness a habit. And please, please remember when you hear harsh tones and harsh words, together we thrive. When we're divided, angry, and suspicious, we will will continue to die. So be like this young man who is in the process of working for his transformation. He obviously wants financial stability, and he doesn't care what the people around him watching him have to say about how he is going about it, because he's doing it in a healing manner. I thank you all once again for coming. I will see you next week or in another video. You never know. I know I'll definitely see you on Tuesday, because I will be live at 9 o'clock Pacific, noon Eastern. I'll let you guys figure out, the ones who live in Mountain and Central. I think you can figure out where you fall in there. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.